Joining me now is David Buckner. He's a professor at Columbia University and president of Bottom Line Training. David, how are you, sir?
Doing well. How you doing?
Very good. Okay, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about some of these policies because they just don't make sense. And I want to start with some audio. This is President Obama in Elkhart, Indiana. Here it is.
Very good.
It's the work people will be doing, rebuilding our roads, our bridges, our dams, our levees, roads like US 31 here in Indiana that Hoosiers can count on, that connects small towns and rural communities to opportunities for economic growth. And I know that a new overpass downtown would make a big difference for businesses and families right here in Elkhart.
Okay, so there he is. There's the economic stimulus package we're looking for. Why did he pick Elkhart, Indiana?
First of all, my recollection is that Elkhart, Indiana produces RVs. 15% unemployment, so it's an easy play for an argument for recession improvement or recession solution, and he wants to make the case. Challenge with it is he goes in and makes the case that what he's going to do is he's going to build a bridge or an overpass. And I asked my students, I said, how much revenue does a bridge or an overpass drive? Zero.
Yeah, I was going to
Nothing.
Yeah.
There's no revenue that comes from it.
Can I ask you this? The RV, I mean, they were just showing one here on the TV. It doesn't look very green to me.
Look, you got to believe Al Gore is crazed about this. The footprint itself for RVs, and by the way, I love RVs. My kids love RVs. We travel from time to time, not when it's $4 a gallon, but going in and trying to revive an industry where the supply has surely exceeded the demand in the market is something that is fundamentally flawed. And recognizing that even though the good people of Elkhart deserve some fundamental support, they don't deserve it in a dying industry or an industry that at this point in time is troubled. He goes in and argues that he's going to build the community, he's going to strengthen them, he's going to provide jobs, he's going to build a bridge that doesn't drive any revenue.
Okay.
It doesn't make fundamental sense.
This is the problem. I mean, he's talking about AIG today, and we were just talking about these RVs. I mean, who's buying RVs? Senior citizens. They just lost their 401k. I mean, it makes absolutely no sense, but it's easy to do, and that's the problem. Nobody's basing anything that they do on principles, and nobody's also asking about the next step. For instance, let's go to AIG. Today, everybody's talking about AIG because it's easy. I mean, AIG, let's hate the bankers, let's hate those insurance people. But they have contracts with these people. And if you violate the contract, if you find a legal way to maneuver around contracts, then aren't contracts worthless in today's society? And what are the ramifications of that?
Look, it's politically expedient. That's all it is. And so if you go in and by the way, they haven't done the research on the contracts, because not only is the contract binding and appropriate under the director that they placed from the government placing their leadership in, he made the decision, and with your guy, you're now going in and saying, breach the contract, it doesn't sound right, it's unfair, we're going to dictate how you spend that money, and after you've made the promise, we're going to dictate that you violate it.
Okay, well, wait a minute.
And therein lies the problem.
Why wouldn't you do that with General Motors or with Chrysler? I mean, the problem is the contract. Don't we have a system for this? It's called bankruptcy.
We do, and the biggest challenge that you see here is you're not allowing the market forces to work. When the government becomes involved, you have a planned economy. With the planned economy, it becomes unpredictable. When the government started looking at Lehman and Bear Stearns and others, they had looky-loos. They said, hey, that one, worth saving. That one, not worth saving. Now you create unpredictability, and the markets completely cannibalize on unpredictability.
Okay.
That unpredictability is what we're facing.
Okay, David, let me just break that down, because today Barack Obama said he's got this big program, to help small business. I'm a small business guy. He's offered small businesses basically what amounts now to, I think it's $500 and some dollars. It's $552.02 for every small business in America. Well, that's going to rock my world. I mean, I can't even buy Michelle Obama earrings for that. We are looking at a situation to where, like you said, it's unpredictability. Until the government gets out and we know that they're not going to do any more punishment, that Barney Frank, who is a guy who should be punished, is out of the system, who's going to invest in this? Who's going to build anything? Our fundamentals aren't strong because our fundamentals are the people, the entrepreneurs, the dreamers, the workers, and they're scared to death.
There is no incentive for you and I as small business owners to go out and invest more if we don't know what the government is going to do next. And when they have stepped in and determined who succeeds or who has the chance of succeeding, who fails or has the chance of failing, or who they simply look at and say, not sure that I'm going to pay much attention, so no one else wants to pay attention. You and I as small business owners, we have no chance. $500 is not going to take us anywhere, Glenn. It's driving the opportunity. It's allowing for the free markets to allow us to be competitive.
Yeah.
It's moving companies who will really drive the future of this country, not simply trying to sit there and determine who wins and who loses, who succeeds, who fails, who loses, who wins.
Okay, David, thank you very much. I have to give you this quote. This is from Barney Frank. He said, "Geez, it's like we're rewarding incompetence." You think, Barney?